Hey, what is going on, everybody? Jerma here with a Team Fortress 2 gameplay commentary, and tonight, gonna be playing as the Scout. So what I want to talk about in this video is about the new update. Yes, if you don't know, we just got a new update. If you've been living underneath a rock like Patrick Stewart Star, then you won't know this. But we got a major update to TF2, a lot of new man vs. machine stuff, and a few balance changes to weapons. But I'm not going to really cover all the content in the update. I'm going to cover what I think this update means for us as a Team Fortress community. And right off the bat, the first thing that we need to talk about here is this. This is the second content update that we've received to this game in the last 2 months. When was the last time they did anything like this? When was the last time we got 2 content updates sort of back to back in a row? That has not happened in probably like 2 years. And just around the corner, guys, are the holidays. There has always been a TF2 update to coincide with the holiday season. Now, this could be the update that we're looking at right here, but I don't think so. There's always been something there a week before Christmas. Usually at the week of the 20th to 21st, that's when they add a holiday-themed update. And it's happened every year without fail. That means we're potentially going to have 3 updates in 3 months to Team Fortress 2. Nobody could have ever believed that was ever going to happen. We all thought, oh, wow, we're not getting any updates. What's going on here? It's been like a year since we've seen anything really new to the game. I would have believed you more if you were sitting in a room with me across and you're sitting on the couch. If you told me, hey, there's going to be a TF2 update, 3 of them in a row in 3 months. And also, aliens are going to land tomorrow and they're going to take your whole family and turn them into fucking loaves of bread. I probably would have been more inclined to believe the second statement. But regardless of that, it's awesome to see that Valve is spending time in this game, because for the longest while now, the TF2 community has felt like an old, raggedy, broke-down toy that Valve didn't want to play with anymore. Think about when you were a kid. Think about when you were younger. You had that one toy that you really liked. Teddy Ruxpin was the coolest stuffed animal you could have had. You were the only guy on your street with a goddamn Teddy Ruxpin, for crying out loud. And then Dota 2 comes around. The Matchbox cars. You used to remember Matchbox, your Power Wheels, like that. That was so cool, and you loved it. And you played with that, and Teddy Ruxpin just sat in the corner and kind of just cried for a while. And then eventually you went back to that toy. Eventually you picked up the Teddy Ruxpin and you said, holy hell, I remember this thing. This thing was awesome. It used to say like 4 different phrases. That's amazing. And that's kind of what the Valve team is doing right now. They spent a bunch of time on the Steam box, a bunch of time in Dota 2, and all these new projects, and then they just... Toy Story. I'm explaining the plot of Toy Story. Valve is Andy from Toy Story, and we're fucking Woody. That's what's going on here. And at the very end of Toy Story, Andy finds out he can not only have fun with Buzz Lightyear, Dota 2 in the Steam box, but he can also have fun with Woody too, and it's a big happy family, and then the credits roll, and then there's like 3 more movies that explain much more weird shit that who even cared about in the first place. Didn't Toy Story 4 come out and Andy went to college and flunked out? I don't even know what happened to that. I didn't see the movie. Alright, let's get back on track here now. So, what these updates mean. Think of the last 3 or 4 updates we've got to Team Fortress 2. No, they haven't added any new weapons to the game. And I know I've complained about this before. I have complained very outspokenly about how we haven't had anything really new added to the game in a long time. And I had this realization the other day, or well, today and yesterday, because that's when the update came out, that Valve is taking a different approach to how they're patching and content updating this game. And it goes like this. They have added so many items to this game, so many weapons to this game, that just go unused, right? And they do a bunch of these patches where they make balance changes to these items to make people actually want to use them. And that's what they did with the Babyface's blaster this patch. They're taking this approach where, sure, we could add a new weapon that's plus 20% more fire damage and you piss rainbows. But who's going to use that item in the next 2 weeks? People will equip it, you know, you'll see a couple videos on it, but would I actually use that item in a game? And usually, most of the time, the answer to that question is no. So what they're doing is they're going back and they're trying to make all these items that they've added that not very many people really use and try to make them actual items that people will want to use. And the Babyface's Blaster, as you're watching this video right now, has been changed into an item that I would see myself using from time to time. Switch out from the stock, switch out from some of the other scatterguns. It's an actual usable good scattergun now, when before it was kind of just a gimmick item that you would equip for a laugh every now and then. Now, people did play with these before the big balance, before going to like the Palace show when Valve went to the Palace, before they did all these balance changes, people still used these items. People still ran around with the Babyface's blasters. I've seen people with Hale's own Babyface's blasters before this update. I'm not saying that those people, oh, well, fuck you. What I'm saying is, these last few patches have been housekeeping patches, trying to get the game up to a standard where everything is kind of usable, everything works, everything makes sense, and there's no, like, gimmicks anymore. There still will be, there always will be, but just not as many. And that's gonna wrap up this video. I will do Man vs. Machine, you'll probably see that in the next few days with a couple of friends, I don't know, we'll see how that goes. But those are my thoughts on this update, and let me know what you think, guys. What do you think of the update? What do you think of the stuff? What do you think of, like, the recoloring of weapons that's coming soon? There's a lot to talk about. I just wanted to get this part of it off my chest for the time being, and I'll see you guys all next time. And, of course, take care, everybody.